Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had all the Asian drivers smash that subscribe button, go ahead and have them smash it right now. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to all those patrons. That list keeps growing. I love you. You grow, I grow, we all grow, our voice grows. If you haven't already signed up, make sure you hit that link in the description below. You're definitely missing out. Also, I got the video. I'm not going to lie. Anyways, I won't go too much into that. Make sure you hit that link in the description below. This episode right here, man. Yesterday, they pulled, Spencer, your boy, Your boy's old, 40, tired. Yesterday, CDCR pulled the plug on the California model. They did. They truly did. I was shocked, man. I did not think that would happen because money was invested by Bree Williams, Amend, Governor Newsome, and McCumber, right? Corruption. I'm like, damn, dude, they pulled the plug. I really thought, along with a lot of other COs, that they were going to wait till a CO got killed, which was inevitable. And it probably still is if they don't get their shit together ASAP. But of course, McCumber being McCumber, CDCR administrators being fucking pathological liars and psychopath, they said it was a result of budget cuts. So now that you know they are filthy fucking liars, that's the truth, and that I tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth because I'm a man of God. Real quick, Luke 6:40, the student is not above the teacher. This whole time was God's work, not mine. Just kept telling you guys that. That's 1 minute and 54 seconds in. That's the backstory. I received a lot of correspondence yesterday, a lot from inmates' family members. Hector, what does this mean? Somebody said, and I told the lady I was going to do it today. So here I am. My husband is my loved one. He's an inmate. He said that the California model is working. Right. I said, I'll make a video on that. Another dude hit me up this morning and said, hey, what does this mean? Does it mean that they're going to still be mixing S and Y and GP, integrating them, mixing enemies on the yards? I said, hold on, I'll make a video on that. So here's my video. I began my career in 2006, okay? It was good back then, with the exception of the heavy hitters being in the shoe. And I'm going to talk to you guys in hindsight. From the knowledge I have now, being outside of the prison toxic environment, to my experience inside the prison. So in 2006, life was beautiful. It was beautiful. If you could have made two changes in 2006, prison would have been perfect. These two changes. Let the heavy hitters out of the shoe and start giving lifers a date to go home. Why? Because there was already massive fucking violence while they were in the shoe. Race riots like we never seen before. It was gnarly. And then the lifers give them hope because it was nothing to a young little Sureño torpedo to get a knife and stab anybody or anyone. They wouldn't even second think it because that's what it was. You give somebody hope, they're going to second think it like, nah, man, I'm cool. Hey, Sarge, they want me to stab this guy. Put me in handcuffs, I got to go to the hole. That's what we started to see. Now, when they let the heavy hitters out of the shoe in 2014, 2015, I think that pissed off CDCR. I was still a CO about to be a sergeant because I didn't promote to sergeant until January 1st, 2015. So I had 8 years as a CO. They let the heavy hitters out. They pissed off the administration or Sacramento. I'm pretty sure, looking back in hindsight. Ooh, it got hot. At that point in time, the department got weird. It was already starting to get weird in 2012. They were already handcuffing the COs behind their back, meaning they didn't want them to do anything. Call your sergeant, call your lieutenant, call your, and then it went up the chain. Micromanagement like a motherfucker. So I need you guys to see what happened here. I'm helping you guys. As long as you guys understand. Transgender fucking thing went nuts in 2015, 2016, 2017. The transgender thing went nuts 2015, 2016, 2017. They stopped teaching COs about the bread and the butter of the department, corrections 101, security, and they were now teaching us about pronouns. If an inmate, Mr. Bill, wants to be called Sally, you will call him Sally or you're going to get in trouble. And people were getting in trouble, let me tell you. Damn, Hector, so it wasn't the California model that fucked everything up. It's been happening. I'm telling you, it's been happening, right? But the California model was a fucking cherry on top. You got to understand who were the CDCR secretaries at this time. There was Ralph Diaz during this whole time I'm talking about, followed by Kathleen Allison, followed by Jeff McCumber, right? So you got to pay attention. Who's who, what's what. I believe Governor Newsome was in fucking charge of all of this. I can't remember. Because before him was fucking Schwarzenegger. That was a disaster. Well, so was Newsome. COVID hit. Oh my God, COVID hit. Fuck, dude. You got to understand how bad the department got, dude. It got bad. When your loved ones were telling you, help, help, it's fucked up in here. It was fucked up in there. It was fucked up in there. Everybody was having a fucked up time, except the administrators and managers. The COs were hurting, calling in sick. Oh, God, Jesus. I was a lieutenant by then. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I was under the fucking evil emperor, Marcus Pollard, Raquel Buckle, Kimberly Seibel, DEI hire Connie Gibson. Oh, they were out to destroy everybody at RJD. That's a fucking fact, dude. So this is when I started hearing the Norway model. They weren't calling it the California model. They were calling it the Norway model. This time when shit was hot, bad, where I was thinking of already quitting, and I'm hearing the Norway model. So when they're talking about the Norway model, the COs, they're saying, hey, LT, they're going to do this thing here in the prison where we're going to have to be the inmates. We're going to have to be the inmates' friends. And, let me back up real quick because I'm helping you understand the integration. So during the COVID and right after the COVID, they began the SNY and GP integration. Now, if you ask me, I think that was a result of getting back at the heavy hitters, showing them, you wanna do a peace treaty, huh? You wanna do an end of all hostilities? Here you go, toma, boom. Let me mix you with a child molester. End all your hostilities. That's fucking foul. Anybody that's ever worked in the prison or knows their way around the prison or has been a convict, that is fucking foul. You don't do that. You don't do that, right? I come to realize there's a code. There's a code in prison. And that code is different than any other code I've ever been around. That code is different, right? You're going to respect people. You're going to abide by rules. And you're going to mind somebody, right? And I'm talking about the totality of the system. The system is a fucking beast. It's a monster. But there's a code. There's a fucking code. We'll call it the Convict Code. I like that. Heck, the Convict Code. And that is why the California model did not work. And that is why the integration did not work. Is it built up by ideologies? I think so. And that's fine because I can see that now, I would make a perfect CDCR secretary. Hi, Chad Bianco. You know, Chad Bianco commented on my Instagram post yesterday, and he said, only if CDCR had a strong leader, I think I know a guy. He insinuated he was going to make me the CDCR secretary. Hi, guys. Will you do it, Hector? Will you save us? I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know. If I got offered, I don't think I would say no, right? But I'm not really fucking jumping at the seams to fucking inherit a mess. Am I capable of fixing it? I could do my part until somebody fucking comes after me and then does their part, and somebody after them comes out and does their part in the right direction. This is fucking decades of a broken system. So now that you know the heavy hitters got let out of the shoe, they wanted us to please the transgenders. The integration happened, GPs and SNY. COVID happened. 4 things fucking happened before the California model, okay? So don't tell me that the California model fixed everything. because it didn't. It broke everything, which it broke everything that was already broken. So there I was, a lieutenant. The COs are telling me, hey, there's a fucking Connie Gibson went to Norway. You got all these fucking idiots going to Norway. Fucking ass kissers, poo butt motherfuckers, lames, weasels, scoundrels. And I'm like, on the company dime, taxpayer money. Do you guys know, you're my taxpayers. Hi, taxpayers. You fucking assholes just got ripped off, jacked off. Well, not jacked off, ripped off, motherfuckers. Maybe for nothing. You taxpayer money. You better audit. Some better file a lawsuit, motherfuckers. I'm just a voice, man. I don't fight. I broke my toe at the pool. I didn't even fucking complain. I didn't even go to the manager. I didn't take a picture. That's not my style. My dad didn't raise me like that. You just take your lumps and you shut the fuck up and you keep moving. You're a real one, G. This is what I always say, man. In life, sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. If you're always going to cry when you're down, don't cry when you're up, man. Does that make any sense? You know what I mean. Sometimes you're down, man. I'm fucking down. Your boy's man down right now. I didn't even go to the hospital. I don't have insurance. I quit my job. Son of a bitch. Anyways. I hope I painted the picture of you prior to the California model so you see what a disaster it was. Now, okay. Now I'm going to break it down to you guys. I know you guys have been following, and thank you. I told you there's different types of inmates, and this is where I'm going to talk to the COs. Look, correctional officers. This is coming from Hector Bravo sitting in this chair 2.5 years later, away from the job. I'm telling you right now, and I'm looking at you in the eyes. There are inmates / convicts, right, that will do the right thing once they parole. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. You know that, man. You seen my interviews with them. A lot of you guys didn't understand in the beginning, calling me an inmate lover. That was not the case. Well, it was straight man to man. Hey, can this man have a conversation with that man? Yeah, you're a man. I'm a man. You did your time. You did the crime. You did your time. You're out now. Cool. We're both glad to be the fuck out of there. Yup. Mm-hmm. Let's go get some lunch. You know what I mean? Breaking bread. I got no problem with that. Will I ever break bread with fucking scoundrel, scumbag partners? Never. Never. Right? Never. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Yeah, Hector, you're an inmate lover. You're not listening. You're not listening, and you're going to have a hard time. But anyways, I understand you're in the prison system, bro. You can't shake their hands. You're not supposed to. You can't sit down and eat with them. You're not supposed to. You do your job. Be firm, fair, and consistent, right? Be respectful. You know, you could even get assaulted, beat their ass, and still be respectful per policy and procedure. That's what I'm trying to get to you. That's what I'm trying to get at you. You don't have to carry this animosity, this unprofessionalism, this disrespect while you carry out your job. And if you act right, when those inmates get out, they're going to remember, hey, I learned a lot from that dude. I had some former inmates tell me that I've interviewed, hey, the way that you carried yourself, and call me my last name, the way you carried yourself, LT, like, you showed me what it was like to carry yourself, right? Like, and that's how I carried myself in the prison system. And that's kind of how I carry myself out now. I look at my daughter, the way she looks at me, my daughter's a little beast, that 6-year-old. I mean, I heard her talking to the coach yesterday. It caught me off guard. It's like demanding shit. I'm like, that's right, little ass leader right there. Anyways, so there's different types of inmates and convicts, right? Those are the good ones, per se. I'm going to tell you about the fucking bad ones, the fucking turds. The assaultive inmates, the wild inmates, the crazy inmates, the little bastard children, the motherfuckers that need a spanking, right? There needs to be some discipline, corrections, Department of Corrections, got to correct that behavior. So, yeah, you guys know there's OG, GP, LWAP. I know some good, I know two off the top of my head, a black dude and a Mexican, LWAP, that deserve to go home. That's a fucking fact. I'm keeping it real. I knew them since I was a brand new officer at Centinela, both of them, and saw them both towards the end of my career. That's a fucking fact. Their demeanor never changed. They were still respectful. The respectful was day one to the day last year, 16. Same people. right? And I had promoted, but I was still the same guy. You have your OG inmate convicts. Those are the guys you need to reward. Those are the ones, okay? So get into the California model. What was that? That was, okay. Reward the OG inmate convicts. Reward them. Give them what they want. Give them in a way, within reason. Versus the ones that are out of control, assaulting staff, eating boogers, jacking off. Punish them, straight up, punish them. The Norway, California model you introduced, they fucked this up, gacho. You got to remember, you don't have the brightest people in CDCR. You don't. I'm going to keep it real. There's some dumb people, especially at the managerial rank. Dumb. I'm talking about dumb. Right, where you look and you, motherfucker, here, hello, are you here? Are you alive, bro? What the fuck you got in your head, boogers? Like, there's nothing there. You stupid ass Connie Gibson, stupid ass probably Kathleen Allison, probably Ralph Diaz was there too. Fucking McCumber with eating it up with a fucking Ron Broomfield. These booger eaters, man. They fucking told. They ate it up. Amend sold it. They made a backdoor contract deal. Amend, Bree Williams gave money to Newsome. It's on the taxpayers. It's on the fucking tax website. Newsome told his puppet, McCumber, shove this fucking program down your staff members' throats. Well, idiots being idiots. You know what they did? This is what they did. They started rewarding. And this is the truth. They started rewarding the booger eater piece of shit inmates that were assaulting staff. Dominguez, Corcoran, they were playing handball in RHU, ADSEG in Corcoran minutes before he slit that officer's throat. That was your California model. So to the lady that said that my loved one's an inmate, he said the California model's working. No, and I'm not being disrespectful. I could see from his perspective, but this is the big perspective. What was coined the California model and what was happening as a result was inmate Dominguez from RA2 Corcoran slashing that cop's throat after playing handball in ADSEG. You know inmates are supposed to be in handcuff in ADSEG? Let me talk to all you Corcoran cops. Don't you ever, for the rest of your career, let your managers and supervisors bamboozle you into doing anything fucking dangerous. Don't you ever, take that as a fucking lesson. Don't you ever let that happen again. That was never supposed to happen. Clearly, I knew that. OGs knew that. What else happened? Cesar Hernandez. The lax security. What were they calling it? I didn't even look into the California model. Dynamic security, trauma informed. We need to find out why this inmate is hurt. No, as a CO, no, you don't need to find out why that inmate is hurt. You have no business knowing why that inmate was hurt, okay? You communicate with him. Hey, how's your day going? Cool? Everything good? Yeah? You get a visit today? Hey, what's up, man? Everything good over there? You're looking kind of down, in a respectful manner. Nah, I'm good, CEO. It's just, I got some bad news. Oh, really? You need to make a phone call? Right? These are things you can do as a CO. Like, respectfully, professionally, use your fucking brain. God damn, I gotta tell you guys how to be COs. Yeah, I lost my brother. Fuck, dude. Sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. Sorry for your loss, dude. Right? There's nothing wrong with saying that at all, professionally. Meaning, yeah, I'm sorry for your loss, dude. That ain't right. You lost your brother. You guys see what the California model was and what it was not, and how they fucked it up, and how it should have never been, and how it was a scam from the start, and it was never about rehabilitation, and always about getting Bree Williams and Governor Newsome rich at the expense of officers and inmates. Now, the California model rewarded the booger eaters, giving them all kinds of privileges, extras for assaulting staff. And what did they do to the fucking OG convicts? The level 3s and the level 4 GPs? They slammed them. They fucking slammed them. God damn. Nah, man. You guys are pissing me off. It's funny now. It's funny now that we're talking in hindsight because they fucking pulled the plug on the California model. But it's funny. They slammed him. You know they slammed him. Yeah, Hector, they did slam him. My loved one, he didn't ever hit a cop. But he haven't stabbed nobody in 2 weeks. He's all right. I know he's all right. I've been around the jungle, man. I know who's who, what's what. They rewarded this is the California model in a nutshell. Do not you let everybody go crazy. If they go nuts and they fucking kill people, reward them. If they minding their own business, slinging dope on the side, slam them. What? You guys are fucked up, man. You guys are fucked up. Now, I'm going to end it with this because I'm not just a complainer. Where do we go from here? This is my last episode. Bye, guys. Nah, just kidding. Where do we go from here? Well, now that blood shed has stopped, I'm sure they're still going to integrate SNY and GP. That's part of the non-designated program. That is not part of the California model. That is part of the non-designated program. That's a fucking fact. You know, I was just sitting here in this chair and it just dawned on me. CDCR is probably going to be vindictive now and try to probably punish all inmates, which is going to be bad. They don't understand, man. In a nutshell, this is what you have to do. You have to punish the inmates that don't listen, and you have to reward the inmates that listen. You have to create yards where inmates that want to be there and want to be there and program can go program. Not force them over there. Not mix them. You have to create yards. We'll call them Gladiator Yards. I don't give a fuck. If I become the CDCR Secretary, you want to go to the fucking... This will be Gladiator Yard number 1, Thunderdome number 2, fucking jungle over here. Boom. Fucking code 1, Thunderdome. Da, 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 da. Fucking pencil, son of a bitch. Da. Code 3 in the jungle. Da, da. GBGs and the fucking Northern Riders. Da, da. Fuck it. Let's get it, motherfuckers. Da, da, da. That's how you do it. You create a yard of chaos. Not a fucking department of chaos. What the hell? This episode was sponsored by the following patrons. Mickey Dog, Kid, the big homie Alex, Matt, Kurt, Double R, Nadine, Oswaldo. No disrespect, Sergeant. Just sign my logbooks and get the fuck out. I don't ever want to play fucking foosball with inmate Dominguez again. Bar Double J, Chest Pain Cheater, Ruben C, S Aztec, Warshield, hey baby, Kiko G, Jacobo, Salvador, Mr. Truck 831, AT4 a la verga, AD, Esco. They can have the world, but I'm rolling with Jesus. Facts. The student is not above the teacher. All praise to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, the First Association, the original Code 3 Angel, Pelican Bay State Prison. Hit me up. We'll get you on the podcast. It has to be soon, though, because I'm leaving the country with a broken toe and hopes and promises. My daughter doesn't want me to go. My wife wants me to go. My ex. Lieutenant Brocha Tickles. Kevin. Johnny's Burrito. Sensio's Food. Chutehacha Piparro. Slick 17708. El Batman 1776. Richard F. James Crabtree. El Gallo Negro. Dead Viking. Hoodie and a Crowbar. David Mariscal. Jovi. Jane Navarro. Cynthia. Te manda saludos. Cheyenne. Amio Cap. How much time do I have in the books? I'll take a doc. Kahia Maniaco. Coach Manny. Timothy. It is what it is. I'm up. They see me. I'm down. Danny Fresh. Rescue Chick. JP 6184. Juana, John Paps, Hopes and Promises, Scary Perry, Badass Motherfucker, Fuck Around and Find Out, Casas, Third Watch, Desert Warrior, James, Luis, Miguel, The Real Chit, go check them out. MC Counselor, Jeremy, Frank, Lilybutt 209, if you want to be a lion, you must train with the lions. Ernie Castle 420, 89 Made Me, Terry, Ramiro de Leon, Milkers, La Primera Player 209, Riz 209, That Chanate Warrior, A-Rod 310, Chris Lesniak, Brian the Lone Specialist, Big Shags at Westminster, Savage Boy 1, Pachanga 209, Darlene from Santa Ana, VSP Eddie, Earth, Blood Operator, Adaberto, Mercenary Mindset, Any Reason I Can't Hold You, Fontaine, Dixon, McCrary, Program Time, Carnalito, Treatment Not Time, Gigi, Have Some Warishi, My Nishis, Shut the F Up and Make It Wink, Miss Scorpio Rising, G-Ride, Vote News Come Out, The Prison Psychologist, Fuerte 84, Zeus, Michigan Wolverines, Put Me Out Sick Self, AWOL like Monty, Cherokee Cat, Raider 62, L Eli, Rigo SD, Belon 1205, Denise, the real McCoy, not the fake McCoy, JB Smooth, Salinas Valley Outdoors, Ricardo, Maladjusted, Ragtop 5.0, Carmine the Pitbull, EOP Whisper, F Fear 602. But he said it with a hard R. The more you sweat in training, the less you bleed in battle. That's a fact. That's a homie right there. Winston, Tony, Scott, a.k.a. Hobie Cat, Ramon, Lead with Love, Albert 12, Esquiel, Nova, Linda, the retired CO, Michigan Wolverines, Marius, Chevelle 66. Hey, girl, pop me up so I can give you some OJT. Woke, Dr. Barho, call. Woke, Dr. Barho, Cali model failed, laugh out loud, suck it. Woke, Dr. Barho, call Cali model failed, laugh out loud, suck it. That's a fact. And the homie Rags. If you haven't already signed up for that Patreon, use the bitch. Make sure you hit that link in the description below. You're definitely missing out. Love you. Keep pushing forward.